Hello, what is up everyone? I am the one and only Maxi here, and I am back for some more yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Mario vs Donkey Kong for the Game Boy Advance. So, last time we have basically managed to accomplish everything in terms of World 5 Plus, and that's what appears to be Mystic Forest Plus, and despite there are some a bit of trial and error, specifically on majority of any other levels, mainly like, well, let's just say in World 5-3 Plus or something, or is it just any other levels I can possibly think of, but I digress. So today for this episode, this will actually be the, well, not necessarily the finale just yet, because obviously I'll discuss more of that until whenever we reach to this point. Today, we're going to be hit on to the forms of World 6 Plus, and we once again going back to Twilight City again, but this time it's called, well, Twilight City Plus, and, well, this might actually be the final world in terms of not only the Plus Worlds department, but also this is the last world that in terms of we were able to do throughout the entire whole game already. So, yeah, I'm quite surprised that we actually just managed to win for this game for, well, quite some fast times, don't you think? So, anyway, a few things I want to explain for this point today, and that is the fact that today's day is, of course, the 9th of December today, in this case in 2021. And, conveniently enough, I believe we've only got about, almost about a few days' time. Specifically, I would classify for saying 23 days left until we basically move on to 2022. So, yeah, I was expecting that would be, exciting for the most part, even though there might be still some, faults here and there, which, again, we'll point it out whenever we get into that year. So, either way, though, let's just go ahead and, well, I just have no idea why I just managed to able to accidentally press retry option, but that's only because I was a bit thrown off at first when it comes to likely solving this puzzle, but regardless of such though, this is still a pretty tough world to go through, especially noticeable that they always have to rely on that mini Mario with the key on it, and of course that this is actually the final time we're going to be doing this particular mechanic, because, well, obviously, since this is the final Plus world throughout the whole game, so this means we're actually getting really close towards the end. So, yeah, I'm actually very excited to see how this actually turns out to be. So, especially noticeable, it's actually way a lot better than the forms of I was expecting. Ever since back in, like, well, a huge gap between 2015 and 2016 when it comes to likely some uploading schedule delays here and there, but still, that might be something worth classifying for noticing there, so. And of course that will be the final time we're going to be seeing this particular, well, getting sucked into the actual keyhole animation, but it's not going to happen until World 6 Plus, which I will say that well, I've managed able to play it on my cartridge version of the game, on my Game Boy Advance SP, of course. I will classify for saying that World 6 Plus is actually one of the hardest levels to get a star from, because, well, we'll get some more details about that whenever we get to that level, so. Alright, so let's move on to World 2 Plus. So, and once again, we have to deal with this particular brick monster thingy right there, ever since in, well, World 1 Plus. And I think, suffice to tell you, this is actually the final time we're going to be seeing that particular enemy obstacle, along with the forms of this wretched shy guy over there, the black shy guy specifically. And because otherwise, though, that we're actually getting towards the very end, so. Anyway, so let's go ahead and climb to this rope, and, well, I think suffice to say, wow, that is the closest dodge between that wretch over there, as well as Mini Mario, which, luckily, Mini Mario somehow managed to avoid that by luckiness, so as a result, we have done it on the first attempt, so, nicely done. Oh gee, I wonder if I can be able to get 5 extra lives from here, though. Ah, dang it, I was way off for that timing. Oh well, no big deal. 75 lives might be enough for me, so. Alright, 6-3 plus. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because, well, very much like the forms of the regular World 6-3 level from the regular world, we have to rely on these robots to able to actually carefully, not only just try to able to make them stuck onto the actual specific rope sometimes, but also we need to be very cautious with, like, not letting Mini Mario get touched by the forms of those specific robot type ropes, or specifically those rope-like robot enemies, whatever you to be more specifically called those. But, oh no, I think this level's actually pretty easy when you get the hang of it, but at least we've been able to actually gather every single present in that particular things itself, so nicely done too. And I think, speaking of Christmas actually, I think we've literally got about, I would say 16 days to go until Christmas time, so, and I was really excited to see how the fact that, well, potentially what certain gifts I was expecting to get for this year, well, it seems pretty obvious, because if you're following that, well, ever since when Ray, the flying squirrel, has already mentioned about these kinds of stuff a lot, during the course of Clone 2 Lunity's Veil Let's Play, that you do realize I'm really looking forward to able to go myself No Time to Die DVD for reals. So even then though, that's yeah, and then hopefully I'll be able to complete my James Bond collection. So specifically the DVDs department. I know there are some missing portions which are certain oddities, which is Never Say Never Again, alongside with the 1967 version of Casino Royale, but above those side things though, and also Everything or Nothing. Ah, darn it! I shouldn't pay attention to the actual well, the surroundings of the level. Oh well, no big deal, but at least we can try again. So, anyway, yeah, Anything or Nothing is the another one of those DVDs I would like to get, but I'm pretty sure it's more actually like a compilation of any sort of like behind the scenes or something like that, or maybe because that DVD has been out for about almost 8 years ago, so yeah, that might be seems a bit obvious, so, or if it's possible or whatever. So, which I was quite surprised about the fact that certain DVDs every now and then comes by a bit quicker, while some other times might take a bit longer to release. That's only mainly because, well, in terms of No Time to Die though, is the fact that, well, when the actual UK release on the big screen did manage to release ever since by the final day of September, which is about almost 3 months ago, and as a result, 3 months later, we can finally get the DVD and Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray release of the film already. So perfect time for Christmas, huh? And that will be on obviously on the 20th of December, which is perfect, because obviously I was so desperate able to have that in my collection, so anyway, so let's see what's okay, I got myself 2 extra lives, and we on to 77 lives again, so pretty cool stuff. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Level 6-5 plus. And that is the fact that we have to rely on the Bob-Omb enemy over there. It seems kind of odd that you can't climb up that ladder over there, so, well, unless there is actually a method that we can able to get up there, which I'm sure enough we'll able to try to figure this out, that's, yeah, I don't think that, nah, that might be a riskiest move right there, so, yeah, try not to able to overcome yourself with, like, skipping certain portions here, because obviously that you would able to have to start all over again if you mess things up, so oh well, no big deal, but at least we can able to do this again, so, alright, so let's just go ahead and toss the Bob-Omb just right onto that conveyor belt, and blown up these little bomb-like blocks, and that will able to allow me to able to actually activate the switch to, well, change those specific directions for, you know, conveyor belts and stuff. So, next thing we need to just toss the Bob-Omb just onto there. Don't let the Mini Mario try to go after the Bob-Omb because, well, obviously if you already noticed, ever since in, well, in World 5, that's basically that if Mini Mario dare touches the Bob-Omb, then the Mini Mario will die as well, so yeah, I think for the most part this level's not too difficult, although the only time it's pretty tricky and difficult is to able to solve it, so... But regardless of such, it's not too bad, honestly, so, yeah, only 2 more levels to go until we basically come to the end game of Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which, again, it seems is kind of quick for the majority of the levels on certain Plus worlds, that's for sure, so... this is a swap box again, so... Well, it's not going to be that long now until whenever we basically, well, done with every single, like, bonus games to play through. Because, obviously, now we've almost nearly at the end game, basically. So, let's see. Oh, I've gone back to, well, I've now reached up to, 78 lives now, so... Alright, so here we go on to, in my honest opinion, one of the hardest levels to get a star from, or specifically the high score. That is World 66 Plus, and because of that, well, the only thing that's kind of difficult with this is the fact that not only do you have to do this perfectly, but also you have to rush it. So because of that though, if you like, well, it's kind of hard to say of how the actual requirement system goes, and, yeah, I somehow messed this up, so, tell you what, I'm just gonna have to be able to touch the spikes here and take a death, and then hopefully try this again, and, hopefully not long now until whenever we're able to get these puzzle stuff sorted, so, because by that time, whenever we get into the forms of the final 12 worlds, or this final 12 levels as far as I'm concerned, that's, well, there's no need able to get tons of more stars every now and then, well, at least for the majority of it, so, anyway, oh yeah, I suppose I should probably explain about this as well, that, in one of those episodes in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in Season 1, well, it's not gonna happen until tomorrow, that, I would say Birdie, Gossip episode was actually gonna be 11 years old until tomorrow, which, jeez, why does time flies all of a sudden? Although I would like to mention more about the forms of the episodes lists of, a decade old later kind of scenario, but I'm pretty sure that Ray has already mentioned about these kinds of stuff a lot during the course of Klonoa 2 Lunity's Veil Let's Play, so yeah, there's nothing we need to worry about that specific conversation every now and then because, well, we've already pointed out during the course of that particular Let's Play, so... And there we go, folks, that is all of the actual, the regular platforming plus levels, and of course this will be the final time we're going to be seeing the bonus games now, so because of that though, because whenever we get into the forms of the final portion of this game, specifically, dang it, I was hoping for that, wow, the 2 1-ups again, but, oh well, 1-up as it goes by, I managed to got that back. Alright, on to the next Donkey Kong Plus boss fight, and, wow, it plays out exactly like defaults of how it does it from, the regular World 6 boss, except now that, I believe the blue lasers is actually getting a bit, thicker, and, aside from that, there's not much difference in this boss fight, aside from, well, the actual layout is somewhat different, so... Yeah, it's just a pretty standard boss fight, even though it takes a while to get used to with the actual timing and what have you, because, again, if you mess things up, then, well, you should have to go for this entire ordeal again. But my advice for you is the fact that you have to wait, patiently until it's perfectly safe to able to go for those little lasers. So, apart from those side of things, though, it's actually not too bad when you get the hang of it, so... Okay, so he's almost done, just only a few presses of certain conveyor belts left, and... Oh, it's so close! So close to getting a final blow to him. Okay, whatever. But at the very least, this will be the last bomb, and boom, he's done. Take that, Donkey Kong, you don't deserve it. Or you deserve it, so able to lose, I should say. Oh, that's nice, that the mini-Marios gathered around while Mario is reading a bedtime story to them. That's actually super charming. So, anyway, much like the regular main worlds, if you think this game is done, turns out there's actually one more thing left. But first, cutscene.
Come back here, you big monkey! Oh. Again?
Alrighty folks, it's time for the true final boss in Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and that will have to be... oh goodness gracious. Well, looks like Donkey Kong has got himself his new plan this time, and that's what it appears to be. He got himself a giant mechanical robot. So yeah, this is the final boss in Mario vs. Donkey Kong for reals now, and because of that, if you remember back in the forms of my Let's Play of Donkey Kong 94, that in one of those particular boss fights, it's actually kind of similar to this. That's what it appears to be back in Donkey Kong 94. We basically have to face off against with giant Donkey Kong with his giant fists. Basically, this battle plays exactly like the forms of Donkey Kong 94, except the fact that with the graphics standpoint is actually a little bit more different, and also, every time you die, you don't just get kicked out and then just try to return back to the world map, because you can just instantly try again immediately. So, yeah, this entire battle is pretty simple. You just have to once again utilize those barrels again, except now we need to be able to toss it onto its glass dome, apparently. So as a result, though, that's I think the only differences between this is compared to the forms of how it does it on Donkey Kong 94's boss fight is that basically it does not divide into phases anymore, because I'm pretty sure it's only for one phase, I'm presuming so, although the attacks itself might actually differ depending on how much hits you hit him. So now I believe back on Donkey Kong 94 that you have to specifically hit him like 6 times or something like that, whilst in here I believe you got to hit him 7 times this time. So because of that though, yeah, you just got to do it, ramps and repeat, and you just have to be careful of those junk, as you can see, that I've almost barely got hit by it. But anyway, 7th and a final hit as we go, and, well, Donkey Kong's lost, and, well, we saved the day. But of course, Donkey Kong was actually crying, so, yeah, let's watch the ending to Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Oh, mamma mia, tutto robato. Hey, it's okay. Don't cry. Here, you like it? It's a mini Mario. I love you.
I will say, the ending is so sweet, especially noticeable that Mario just somehow forgives Donkey Kong after when he was been through. So as a result though, Mario just managed to give Donkey Kong a spare mini Mario, which is, you know, very nice and kind and all that stuff, which all in all, Mario and Donkey Kong will be friends again. But of course, until the future sequels though, it just starts to go back to square one again, which is pretty much exactly expected, especially how Donkey Kong always wants to kidnap Pauline and stuff like that. So let's give my final thoughts of this game before we move on to the finale portion of this game, and that's what appears to be the expert levels, which I'll discuss more about that until next Tuesday. So overall, I think, to me, this is without a doubt one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games I ever played. Like, first of all, the visuals do look really good, even for the Game Boy Advance. Sure, it might be weird in some portions, most notably because it's almost like inspired by Donkey Kong Country with the super advanced computer modeling, you know, with all the pixelated characters and such, but it still holds up, even to this day, to me though. Also, the music is so magnificent. I have a lot of nostalgia of the soundtrack, mainly with the spooky house themes and stuff like that. And the gameplay is very similar to Donkey Kong 94, but it works because obviously I really love that particular gameplay style. And the story is nothing groundbreaking, but at least it's somewhat a bit different. And also another thing, the controls are perfection, as always, and overall you should definitely recommend getting this game. And sure, there might be some retro problems here and there, like the knockback and everything, but apart from that, you should definitely recommend it. So, anyways, we got the endings off here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. We're about to be experiencing the expert levels, so I'll see you guys on next Tuesday. Later, fellas. I'll catch you guys next time.